What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody. I am Love Coach Scott Katamas, and welcome to the Saturday night edition of The Awakening World. And tonight's a great show. I'm so excited about the people that are with us. They're all people we've had on before, so they're like some of our favorites. And I'm going to turn over to Tangela to introduce two very special guests.
And we are blessed to be joined by a wonderful couple and dynamic duo, AJ and Tom, speaking from source. They share divine intelligence by channeling the guides, and they are simultaneous dual channels that channel a collective of high frequency spiritual beings from multiple planes and dimensions, including ascended masters, galactic star family, angelic beings, and many. So with great love, humor, and wisdom, the guides help individuals and groups better understand the events and circumstances of their lives from a universal perspective and really support individuals to align with universal truth and find the abundance and joy that is their birthright. So welcome, AJ and Tom. I'm so excited and happy to have you with us. You always share so much love and joy. And for all of you, I did mention it earlier, and I'll mention it again later, but AJ and Tom have a fantastic show on Soul Search TV, Infinite Pathway, so you can continue to really dive in and receive their transmissions there as well. So welcome, guys. So happy you could join us.
Oh, what a great night. We're delighted to be here.
Absolutely. So thrilled.
Wonderful. And so tell us a little bit about what you're going to be sharing tonight.
Well, we're going to be bringing in the wisdom of the guides and answering your questions as well. And it's a very interesting time right now. The guides have had a lot to say because we are opening to our own wisdom. We're connecting to Gaia and Mother Earth, which of course is opening and ascending to its own wisdom as well as we align our energies and these springs of inner knowing, inner tuition come forward. And for some of us, we don't always understand what's going on in our environment, or, what's going on in our environment is exactly the opposite of what we're feeling on the inside. And so we love the opportunity to bring through the guides because they see from the perspective of source, from the perspective of who you are, lifetime over lifetime, your eternal soul's trajectory. And they're able to explain your current situations, how everything serves you. Everything serves you, although it may not seem like it at the time. How to see yourself, how to see others, and how to develop a deeper relationship with your guides.
So that's one of the things that I think has been most exciting that we've learned from the guides. And we sit at the front of the classroom. I have to tell you, we try to apply everything that we learn because it's so incredible. But one of those things the guides often say, and we've learned not to watch the news as much, but after watching just a little bit of news, you kind of go to the guides and go, what is going on? We are about to blow. What is the matter? And they always say all is well. And they say all is, and it took us a while to figure out what they meant. And what they meant by that is you are adored. We are all adored. And we are an awakening world. That's why we love the name of this podcast, and we love this podcast, the people in it. But we really love the name of this because from the guide's perspective, we are watching a world come awake. And what's interesting is the guides have talked to us about what that actually means. What does it mean to awaken? Because of course these terms become a bit cliche. And what they mean by this is two things. We become awake to ourselves. We become to really know who we are from Source's perspective, which can be very different than our own. We tend to focus on our foibles, on our faults, on the mistakes, on the things we do wrong. And Source never focuses on that. Source is always interested in what we've learned and where we've grown as a result of any of our circumstances or any of our experiences. And then the other part of that is really becoming awake to all of the power and potential of the universe. Really, all the things that are going on in the unseen world that we are all waking up to start to notice for the first time. And that's also so very exciting. And so we're just delighted because whenever we ask questions, the divine is right there, ready to answer those questions for us in a variety of ways. And we're just delighted to kind of be a part of it.
Yeah, it's fascinating. The more you get in touch with yourself and in touch with your guides and everything around you, you realize that they're always carrying you forward. Your circumstances and the people that you're with are all serving to carry you forward, to illuminate you in new ways and understandings. And probably the number one question we get is, how can I know my guides? How can I be in better contact with our guides? And our guides that we channel, because we channel for ourselves at least once a week to get insight as well. They say we're with you, and we're with you with every intake and every outtake of breath. And it's amazing the intimacy that they are able to show, and the care and the love that they're able to show. And we certainly hope that comes through in our channelings as you experience the guides with us, in programs like this over the internet and in personal sessions that we do.
What's fascinating is that we get a lot of people who sort of ask, how can I ask my guides better? Or how can I get my guides to do X, Y, and Z? And our guides often say to folks, your guides are never going to drive the car. That's your job. But they'll always be in the seat next to you, cheering you on. Even as you go off the ramp to the wrong direction, they're still going to be like, oh, good, we have a new opportunity to learn something. We have a new opportunity to grow. And boy, is that different than the way we tend to always see things. So.
Yeah. And so, it gets back to that idea that your intentions matter, right?
Mm.
Beautiful, guys. And so are you going to share a channeling tonight with us?
We'd love to. We are more than ready if you are all ready.
What we're going to do is we're going to take a quick moment here to align us to bring in the guides, and also to align you with an invocation so that we have the highest and the truest and the best. That's what we call ourselves, speaking from Source. So we'll take a few moments here. We'll let Tom take the lead, and then you'll notice the guides come in, and we'll be in a light trance. So Tangia, over to you once that happens, and we'll go from there.
And take questions from you and Scott. I wanted to say a word about why we do this part. And that's because we've learned that the energies of the guides are very powerful, and sometimes they can feel a little overwhelming. And so we always want to make sure that the group we're channeling for are equally sort of set and steady. Now, what's fascinating is the guides do that through our chakra system. In fact, they say we're perfectly equipped to have the exact kind of relationship of a soul in an incarnated body, that our chakra system actually enables that for us. And so we'll do a quick opening of those chakras and use our breath to sort of get us all energetically centered. So if you will make yourselves comfortable with us,
And just let us know when you're ready for the questions. Like,
They'll have an opening
make
statement.
it clear. And
okay,
one last thing, when they're done, when we're all done, they're going to announce that they're complete, and we're going to ask you all just to hold still for a minute, because they do like to give somewhat of an energetic hug. And I always like to add, we encourage you to receive it, because there's no compunction for you to receive it, and they give it freely. And so we just encourage you to take it in and enjoy it. So with all that,
Okay, here we go.
let me invite us together to take 3 deep breaths in and out. In and out. In and out. Now allow yourself to breathe naturally, but really focus upon that breath, feeling the air flowing in and out of your body, an involuntary behavior that you rarely spend much attention on. And yet, as we focus on, we can feel the energies of life itself given to us. As the air we breathe in feeds every cell of our body, enabling us to thrive in our bodies. And with every exhalation, we're allowed to release anything that does not serve us, whether that be any pain, any chemical, and certainly any thought that is not serving our greatest and highest good in the moment. Every breath is an opportunity to release. And so as you breathe in and breathe out, allow yourself to simply settle in, knowing that you are cared for without a single demand on you. Feel as the earth beneath you rises to greet you. She holds you steady, and you have the ability to press your energies down into her so that she may root you, holding you steady, protecting you, providing for you the grounding that is necessary for you to live as an incarnated body on this earth. Feel her loving energies as she draws up into your body, feeding you, nurturing you, and enabling you to live on her beautiful ground. We encourage you now to feel each of your chakras opening, beginning with your root chakra, fed so beautifully by Mother Earth, a beautiful brownish red light that emerges. Another breath brings your sacral chakra, gorgeous orange light, which emerges here, the seat of your creativity, your very creative force, your ability to create life, to create ideas. Breathing up to your solar plexus and feeling the beautiful glow of a yellow light here, the very seat of your soul, your identity. Here, your affirmation, I am. Always present, always essential for you as both a soul and a body living in this time and space. Now we move to your beautiful hearts and feel the green light of compassion as it moves out, for all of love is based first and foremost in your compassion, your empathy, this built into your energetic system, this available to all as a part of your creation. Moving to your throat chakra, sky blue light emerging. Here, enabling all of your expression, your ability to express your groundedness, to express your creative force, to express your identity, to express your compassion. And we move then to your third eye, And here, as we allow your crown to open and the divine light to begin to move in, your third eye opens up into the unseen world. Here, your built-in window to the etheric realm, which is always available to you. This is where we live. This is where Source itself lives, and the window opens for you to see beyond this time and space. Here, Thomas and AJ reach out and invite in the beautiful guides, those of the highest and strongest frequencies, those whose intention is for the highest and greatest good of all those who are listening. We invite you around this etheric table. We implore you to enable AJ and I to interpret your downloads clearly and completely, so that they may benefit all who are listening. We are so grateful for your presence.
Beautiful ones. We are delighted to be able to share this moment in time with you, and we congratulate you, for we see your beautiful light, your beautiful souls, and we celebrate you at this time of awakening to the I am presence of who you are. And we come to you today specifically to remind you of the many qualities and the many abilities which you hold within your body, within your mind, within your heart, within your soul. Yes, within all of the systems in your chakras that we have been speaking of. For this knowledge shall come bursting forward to you at this critical time of awakening, as you find the knowledge from Source itself, from that aspect of you which is Source itself, to best be able to interpret and manage your conditions, and to make new decisions about what you will allow in your environment, what you will allow in your consciousness, a tuning of frequency, a tuning of the dial, which is indeed what is occurring for you now on your planet, both collectively and individually.
How we revel in these evenings, how we revel in this energy that we can feel from you, the potential that is there, that is seen, that is realized. We love this word, realized, for this is what you are after in this lifetime and in all lifetimes. The journey that you are on, lifetime after lifetime, is a realization of Source as well as yourself. And we wish to take just a moment now and to say to you, imagine with us a world in which this is the reality. This is the realization at all times. For that is more than possible. This is where you are ascending toward. We wish to remind you that this is exactly what you are striving toward. And so we invite you to dream and to see this as the norm, as the regular occurrence across your neighborhoods, across your communities, across your nation. Imagine a world of music and of love and of support. This is where you are headed. And we promise you that as you see around you contradictions, contrasts, we like to call them, as you see the contrast to this very moment around the rest of the world and around so much of your day, we remind you that this is where you are headed and where so many are coming behind you. You beautiful sentinels standing ahead as more and more awaken to find this realization. We revel in this energy with you, and we add our own to it with great adoration.
Your light is indeed strong and growing stronger. Notice how we are speaking of your awareness, your intention, your awakening, for it does start with you. You are the change makers. You are the creators of your reality, and it is this which we wish for you to understand. And we delight now in the bonding and the sharing and the interaction of your energies through your questions of us.
Now, we would be foolish not to say to you that this does not mean there is no adversity, there is no contrast, for in fact, this is so. And yet we wish to change the way in which you have come to understand this, for you have seen adversity as the enemy. You have seen the difficulties that are a natural part of your incarnation on earth. They're to teach you, as we have mentioned, that you see these as somehow interruptions and as evidence that you are not adored. And we wish for you to see it in the opposite direction, that adversity of all kinds, of any kind, is all designed for you to witness in even greater ways the love of Source, for you to understand in greater ways all the cooperative components, yourself included, that enable all things to be in a higher and greater good. It is more than possible, and so we shall say to you, there is adversity, and it is in your futures, yes, and yet with an understanding, each adversity strengthens my soul even more and enables me to realize even more of all that I am. Even greater awakenings await you, and some through adversity themselves. And so with this, we wish to hear from you. We wish to learn how we may address you and assist you in any way that is necessary. We welcome your questions.
Thank you so much, gentlemen and beautiful guides. This is from Dr. Laura. She asks, Thomas and AJ, do the guides say anything about the beating of the war drums at this time? It seems that we're on the edge of World War III.
This is exactly what we have spoken of, yes? This we would call adversity, yes. We do encourage you not to fear war, but we encourage you, much more importantly, to recognize every behavior that you contribute towards a larger environment, for the world that you wish to create is created not for you. It is nothing you shall wake up to. And just as the adverse world is nothing that you will wake up to and is out of your control. In fact, all of these things occur through you and with you, and therefore it is important for you to recognize, you who wish for no war, to ask, where do I make war in my small segment of my life, in my relationships? Where do I allow opposition to win? Where do I allow opinion to be sacrosanct? Where do I shut down my cooperation? Where do I limit my collaboration? For there is no separation. Let us say this to you clearly. There is no separation between your interactions with one another and the interactions of world powers with one another. The second thing we shall remind you is the power of the universe to listen to your collective intent. And we encourage you as a peace tribe. Yes, we love this peace tribe. For what is a tribe but collective intention? And we encourage you to apply your collective intention towards the peace in which you wish to enjoy. And yet, peace is not a void. Peace is not an absence of war. It is instead a cooperation, a collaboration towards the highest and greatest good of all. And so we return to your part, your contribution, which whenever you find difference, you separate yourself from any others, then you are no different energetically than that which you are trying to avoid. And so as you continue to find new forms of compassion, this again, your inbound gift, this a part of your system itself, that we encourage you to intend for the world that you wish to see. And when you do so collectively, you have far greater power than you have yet to realize.
So you see, now you are not so separate from events in the other side of the world or across the fence from your neighbor. You are all aspects of each other. And so in your question is the asking of how may I create a better world? And the simple answer is to step forward in your own light, to be the change, to envision the reality that you wish. And as each of you step forward in this realization, it extends out into the collective consciousness, and it soon will become impossible for those to take up arms, impossible for those to fight against one another, especially in the taking of lives. As you realize that the harms that you extend toward others, no matter what you believe the cause, is always affecting yourselves and those around you.
Here's a question from Piper. Are these challenges of grief, trauma, and illness here to encourage the evolution of my wisdom, authenticity, and spiritual awakening? And if so, once awakened to the truth of their purpose, can we release these more difficult life lessons to complete our destiny and our purpose of the earth? In the earth.
Yes, dear one. Yet let us clarify for you a few important elements here. One being that you are again on an eternal trajectory. And this means that there are things for you to learn here in this lifetime, and things for you to learn and apply in future lifetimes. For there is no end. There is only more and more and more for you to grow and to learn. And so we encourage you to embrace that which is your circumstance at the moment. Of course, your power of intention is strong as well. And yet, most importantly, is your recognition of what any illness or circumstance means for you. For it does not mean that there is harm or wrong. It means instead that there are opportunities for you, your soul at a very specific level, able to learn and wishing to learn from all of its experiences and all that is given. We encourage you to no longer look for a problem to fix, for this lowers your vibration and keeps you from the highest realms possible to you. That instead you, as odd as it shall sound to you, embrace what is there, knowing that you are loved, that you are adored, that you are cared for, that you are going to receive all that is necessary for your highest and greatest good, and yet many humans have already decided in their own minds what is their highest and greatest good. It must be the red Corvette. Yes, it is somehow something fortunate and good and positive. This is the stories you tell one another. And yet your highest and greatest good is awareness. It is knowledge. It is the ability to grow your soul so that it is impenetrable, and it is therefore able to serve lifetime after lifetime. These are the souls you are growing, and these souls grow through many, many forms of joy as well as adversity.
Indeed, many of you come to us with the situations in your lives that are challenging, and we wish for you to see those situations and to see yourself as we see you, as a perfect divine aspect of Source itself, without any deficiencies, without any lack, as pure and as whole in all of your conditions as you may see them. And as you begin to open up to an awareness of yourself as a perfect aspect of Source itself, therein are the transformations that shall occur for you.
And yet, let us clarify for you, for some of you worry that in our answer, we are suggesting that you must suck in and take in adversity. This is not the point we are making. We are suggesting an entire change of mind that says, I am always blessed. I am always treated with the greatest and highest good available to me. And therefore, is there healing? Yes. When healing is the greatest and highest good, of course. Is there change to adversity? Yes, always when it is for the greatest and highest good. Is there adversity that remains when in fact the lessons still need and remain to be given? Yes, but never without an accompanying guide there close to you, able to assist you in the way in which you conceive of your circumstances. These are always, always available to you. These are never far from you. And therefore you may embrace all of it with joy, and in doing so allow Source to do its beautiful work.
Gentlemen, we are going to need to make this the last question because Kimberly Meredith has been waiting and we're a little bit over time. But this is a question from Dorina Joy down in Ecuador. Is there a tipping point in this process of humanity ascending?
Yes, you may call it this, for your language is limited to what we are able to express and understand. Is there a point? Let us put it in more of our language. Is there a point in which more and more come forward? Yes, so that the majority are now awakened and aware. Yes, this is so. And yet again, this is not for your observation as if you were a spectator. This is for your own involvement. And for every action you take leads closer to that direction. Do you know that your own vibrations are felt by those around you, that you affect one another in perfect ways? And therefore, should you wish to see those around you move closer to the light, we suggest you shine yours and you allow yours to be seen and felt. For this is how the tables turn and tip.
And so we shall give you a taste. And what we mean by this is for you to focus in on your attention on the love of self and the love of others, the interactions that you have with those upon your planet, and indeed on the planet itself. The trees and the plants and the many animals that exist upon it, for in recognizing their light, there you are, there is your new reality, there is the tipping point, for it exists within everything at this moment, at this point of time. It need only be expanded by your consciousness.
We remind you only to look to your astrology and see alignments that you have not seen in centuries. We ask you only to look at the energies of the sun that are bombarding your planet with source. And with all this, we encourage you to recognize that all is well, and all is well on its way. Your hearts are good, and you are deeply adored by Source. And with this, we are complete.
Beautiful. While you guys transition, I'm going to show a video of what you're going to be doing for Soul Search TV. So let's take a look.
Remember, all your spirit guides are extensions of Source, who adores you unceasingly and is always focused on your greatest and highest good. This too is their greatest gift, for they are showing you constantly who you really are. That is their primary goal. For when their light and your light both shine brightly, the entire universe begins to fill with light. Imagine as each of you, drawing close to your guides, help you shine your light more greatly. This is why they exist, for you live in a universe of light.
Good news.
Beautiful, beautiful,
Good
beautiful.
news. You live in a universe of light.
Yes, and you know, what's interesting is the universe is such a great mirror, because as above, so below, that light, that aspect of the universe is within you. And that's the consciousness that we're bringing forward and expanding right now. It starts with you.
So beautiful. Thank you for that powerful channeling, AJ and Tom. A lot of comments coming in from everyone, really feeling the energies and really resonating with everything that you were sharing. I ought to say, awesome. This is the best channeling I've seen AJ and Thomas do. I've been feeling similar things for some time.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, and that, I just want to make a quick word that is what we expect. That there's, one of the things the guides told us instantly is there's no, special license for this. We're all getting downloaded messages, and note how consistent they are. That gives me great hope.
And we'd encourage everyone to go over to our website, speakingfromsource.com. And our free gift to you is when you sign up, add your email to our Wisdom Wednesday list at the bottom of our website. Click submit, and every Wednesday you'll get inspirational messages from the guides, just like what we shared with you today. So we'd love you to be a part of that. It's something free you can do for yourself. There's no advertising or anything like that with this. And there you'll also see that you can book our services as well if you'd like a one-on-one event with us, or you can see our upcoming events. We've got an in-person event coming up this Wednesday in Phoenix, where you can hear the Guides channel live if you happen to be in town as well.
Beautiful.
Gentlemen, thank
And
you
definitely check
so
out their show on Soul Search TV.
Definitely, we've got 12 wonderful episodes for people to journey through.
Soul Search TV is where it's at, everybody. And again, there's Soul Search TV channel. There's also the Enlightenment Show with Tangela. I want to make sure everybody knows about that. And again, if you go to soulsearch.tv, that's where you can learn all about the different shows, including AJ and Thomas. And also, on Soul Search, we talked about it before, but I want to remind everybody that that's where you can find all these amazing guides. So, for example, if you go to this link, here's where you'll see AJ and Thomas on Soul Search, because Soul Search is the place that has all these amazing, wonderful guides. So there's soulsearch.io, where you kind of find the different channels and psychics. There's soulsearch.tv, where you find the ones that have their actual television shows, and they're kind of the more significant members of the Soul Search family. Guys, love you so much. I don't know if I've told you this story before, but we had our anniversary show a couple months ago, celebrating 4 years. And I spontaneously asked Omar Shar, of all the guides, all the, or not guides, but all the presenters we've had on the show, who stands out for you? I'm thinking he's going to say Marianne Williamson or Deepak Chopra. He said AJ and Thomas.
Wow.
Yeah.
We are so grateful. We are so grateful for the sharing and the
Thank you.
resonance. And it really is about community. We're really aligning and coming together in such beautiful ways. And I just love the work that Om Shah is doing with his music that he's creating, that we all move to. It's important to move. And I love the work that, of course, Scott and Tangela are doing with their communities, both in person and online as well.
Well, and I got to tell you, whenever we tell the guides we're going back on the Awakening World, they get very excited.
Yeah.
And I think they expressed today why.
Yeah.
Because this is a microcosm of the world we're creating.
Yeah.
And it's so exciting to be in it
And
to
your
be a part
audience,
of it.
your audience gets it. And we love that. We love that sharing.
Yeah, you guys are beautiful. Love you so much.
God, thank you so much.
We are going to digest a little bit of what we just heard with another musical offering from Tatiana. How's your evening been so far?
It's been a delight, just an absolute delight. That was such a treat. I went into a very deep meditation. The energy coming through that was very felt, and so much wisdom and beauty coming through. And yeah, that was a really special experience. Thank you both for being these impeccable channels for this grace. Yeah. My mom actually channels. So my whole life, I've grown up being able to ask my mom anything, being like, I want to talk to this celestial being now. What do they say about this? And I want to talk to this being now. And she's always, so it's really sweet. I'm not personally connected to spirit in that way, but I've been around it a lot. And it's
but we
beautiful.
see that in your music, and I'm sure everyone does too. As you were singing earlier, we felt your guides close as they were working through you and working through the beautiful instrument that you're expressing through your voice and your heart.
Yeah, I'm not sure channeling really is the right word for any of it, but it comes across in so many ways. We speak for Source in so many ways.
Absolutely.
We feel it in your music.
Yep.
Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, I really, that took me into such a deep, I honestly wasn't even able to stick with exactly the content of what you're saying, because it almost just took me into a whole, I didn't fall asleep, but I felt like I was in a different state of consciousness, kind of. So
no, we actually, when we work with clients, always record and transcribe, because we tell them you'll get a lot more of it after. Right now, just take in the energy.
Yeah.
And then
okay,
you'll find the words. So yeah.
good to know. Okay, that's definitely what was happening over here.
Thanks so much, Scott. And one more thing I forgot to mention.
Sure.
Definitely join the Soul Search Facebook community. I put it in the chat. It's Soul Search Spiritual Awakening. They're the groups, because AJ and Tom will be doing a Facebook Live series about their show on Soul Search TV, answering questions. That'll be starting in 2 weeks. And just in the meantime, join the community. We have a really great community, lots of Q&A. We always want to share. So join us and stay connected.
Take care, everybody. Have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. We'll see you next week.